अथ पुराणपुरुषोत्तमयोगो नाम पञ्चदशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमधः शाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित्। Shri Bhagavan spoke thus: the root of this expansive tree of life is right on top, the Supreme Sri Hari and Mahalakshmi. Everything else has branched out from them and descended down through the primordial Jada Prakriti, the 25 Tattvas and the 3 Gunas. This tree is always restless, does not remain the same the very next day, and is hence literally called Ashwatha since eternity. Like how the Ashwatha tree gets a makeover every year, the tree of life undergoes an overhaul during every kalpa. Those leaves of this tree are like the knowledge of life that conceal the desirable fruits for humanity. One who understands this will have known the essence of the Vedas. Adhaschordhvam prasritastasya shakha गुणप्रवृद्धा विषयप्रवालाः अधश्च मूलान्यनुसन्ततानि कर्मानुबन्धीनि मनुष्यलोके. The branches of this tree of life, both in manifested and unmanifested forms, are spread out at the top and bottom, resulting in various higher and lower beings from the varied combinations of Mahatadi 25 Tattvas. The branches are also plump with the sap of Sattvadi Gunas and sprouting of the pleasant and unpleasant life experiences in 5 sense objects. This tree of life also has deep roots, with Brahman as the primary root, Prakriti as the subsidiary root, and all the attributes as consequent roots, like a cause and effect relationship commensurate to the branches, blessing every being with their own karmanusara phala. Na rupamasyeha tathopalabhyate nanto na chadir na cha sampratishtha ashwatthaменam suvirudhamulam asangashasтрena dridhena chitva.
The full extent of this ever-changing tree of life is unfathomable to anyone, nor is it possible for anyone to fully realize that Supreme Lord, the all-pervading foundation of this tree, who is also responsible for its Srishti, the creation, and Laya, the end. This Ashwatha tree has very strong roots from which the Supreme Lord remains separated too. Therefore, those who wish to gain knowledge about this tree of life should possess a strong weapon of renunciation and start cutting and reflecting upon this tree with great determination.
Tatah padam tat parimargitavyam yasmin gata nanivartanti bhuyaha tameva chadyam purusham prapadye yatah pravrittihi prasrita purani.
Thus, while deliberating on the para and apara tattvas of life, one should contemplate on the Paratattva-rupi Brahman, who has been described with Urdhva, meaning superior and pure in all respect. The Supreme Lord has to be understood through listening and other activities after knowing well that He remains Vilakshana. those who realize the Supreme Lord in liberation will never again return to another birth. And the easiest way to realize Him is to surrender onto His Supreme Purusha, from whom all of this life has been furthered since eternity.
निर्मानमोहाजितसङ्गतोषा अध्यात्मनित्या विनिवृत्तकामाः द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ताः सुखदुःखसंज्ञैर्गच्छन्त्यमूढाः पदमव्ययं तत्.
Krishna further explains other qualities needed to realize the Supreme. One has to be devoid of ahankara and false knowledge, and must have overcome the ills of association to the sense objects, and should be free from anxiety in dualities of victory and defeat, of losses and profit. Then, having read the intrinsic nature of Rajas and Tamogunas, one will understand the true nature of that defectless Supreme.
न तद्भासयते सूर्यो न शशाङ्को न पावकः यद्गत्वा नानिवर्तन्ते तद्धाम परमं मम.
The Supreme Lord, realizing whose divine forms lies at the core of all Purusharthas such as Dharma, Artha, Kama and Moksha, the form that's not merely illuminated by the sun, moon nor Agni, attaining which no being returns to samsara. Here, Bhagavan Sri Krishna declares that the Supreme Form to be his eternal abode.
ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनः षष्ठानि इन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति.
The Lord further says that all the Jiva Bhutas, right from Brahmadeva to the blade of grass, are his amshas, eternally current and like the sparks to the sun, independent from him. Therefore, only he is to be taken refuge in while chipping for the knowledge from the tree of life. Only when his amsha is activated in the gross body does the mind along with sense organs get started at birth, get attached to sense objects during life and escapes the body during death.
शरीरं यदवाप्नोति यच्चाप्युत्क्रामतीश्वरः गृहीत्वैतानि संयाति वायुर्गन्धानि वाशयात्.
So long as the Supreme Lord dwells in the body, only by His grace is the living being able to let its sense organs experience the life objects. When the Lord leaves that body, the Jiva will accumulate even the smallest of the sense experiences and carry them all, like how the wind carries the fragrances into the Paraloka.
श्रोत्रं चक्षुः स्पर्शनं च रसनं घ्राणमेव च अधिष्ठाय मनश्चायं विषयानुपसेवते.
The Lord establishes ears, eyes, skin senses, taste buds, nose and the mind in all living beings to experience the corresponding sense objects of hearing, sight, etc. He verily is the inspiration for all these sense organs and He alone enjoys these experiences.
उत्क्रामन्तं स्थितं वापि भुञ्जानं वा गुणान्वितं विमूढानानुपश्यन्ति पश्यन्ति ज्ञानचक्षुषः.
The deluded ones will not be able to realize the Lord exiting a dying body, nor do they recognize Him present in every living being, nor would they understand that he only enjoys the good fruits of their sense experiences. Only those possessing the eyes of knowledge will be able to see him.
यतन्तो योगिनश्चैनं पश्यन्त्यात्मन्यवस्थितम् यतन्तोऽप्यकृतात्मानो नैनं पश्यन्त्यचेतसः.
The yogis that are striving to achieve excellence in the path of knowledge will realize the knowledge and be able to see the Lord residing within themselves. However, the deluded ones with a polluted consciousness will not be able to see him despite the best of endurances.
यदादित्यगतं तेजो जगद्भासयतेऽखिलम् यच्चन्द्रमसि यच्छाग्नौ तत्तेजो विद्धि मामकम्.
It is to be known that the light coming from the sun, the moon and Lord Agni, which illuminates the entire universe, is his own radiance, says the Lord. Thus has been spoken in the Upanishads and Brahma Sutras as well.
गामाविश्य च भूतानि धारयाम्यहमोजसा पुष्णामि चौषधिः सर्वाः सोमो भूत्वा रसात्मकः.
Sri Krishna says he pervades on the lands, being fully self-contained, sustains all manifestations, infusing life in them through his endless energy. And he also dons the pleasant and placid role as Somadeva, governing from his house in moon, forever nurturing all the plant and other living species.
अहं वैश्वानरो भूत्वा प्राणिनां देहमाश्रितः प्राणापानसमायुक्तः पचाम्यन्नं चतुर्विधम्.
Sri Krishna says he pervades on the lands, being fully self-contained, sustains all manifestations, infusing life in them through his endless energy. And he also dons the pleasant and placid role as Somadeva, governing from his house in moon, forever nurturing all the plant and other living species.
सर्वस्य चाहं हृदि सन्निविष्टो मत्तः स्मृतिर्ज्ञानमपोहनं च वेदैश्च सर्वैरहमेव वेद्यो वेदान्तकृद् वेदविदेव चाहम्.
Here the Lord declares that he alone is at the heart of everyone. He is the root of memory and the experience of misunderstanding and knowledge. He is the primary character glorified in all Vedas. He also composed the Vedanta called Brahma Sutra as Vedavyasa, and he alone understands the accurate meaning of the Vedas.
द्वाविमो पुरुषो लोके क्षरश्चाक्षर एव च क्षरः सर्वाणि भूतानि कूटस्थोऽक्षर उच्यते.
This world, under the aegis of the Supreme Lord, has two types of souls in it. Krishna calls them Kshara, the destructible, and Akshara, the indestructible. Brahmadi, all manifestations, are said to be destructible, while only Goddess Mahalakshmi, who is like the sky and is very powerful, is alone indestructible.
उत्तमः पुरुषस्त्वन्यः परमात्मेत्युदाहृतः यो लोकत्रयं त्रयमाविश्य बिभर्त्यव्यय ईश्वरः.
Beyond the two categories of Kshara and Akshara lies the Supreme, says Krishna. He is the Paramachetana beyond the Jivas described in the Upanishadic phrases such as Chetanash Chetananam. He is the indwelling master looking after the sustenance and nurturing of the three worlds referred in Bhurbhuva Swaha. Therefore, it is only appropriate that he is beyond these three worlds and he is the Supreme. Even when the world comes to an end, this Purushottama alone remains because he possesses unthinkable power.
यस्माक्षरमतीतोऽहम् अक्षरादपि चोत्तमः अतोऽस्मि लोके वेदे च प्रथितः पुरुषोत्तमः.
Sri Krishna is now declaring that he is the Purushottama. He is beyond Brahmadic Kshara forms and superior to the Akshara Lakshmi Devi. That he alone is being praised as Purushottama in the Paurusheya Lokas and Apaurusheya Vedas.
यो मामेवम् असम्मूढो जानाति पुरुषोत्तमम् स सर्वविद् भजति मां सर्वभावेन भारत.
Krishna says, O Arjuna, the one who thus realizes that I am supreme to all the Kshara and Akshara beings, who without any delusion comes to know that I am that Purushottama, the real Supreme, that person will have acquired all the knowledge of the scriptures and will worship me in all possible ways and with full devotion.
इति गुह्यतमं शास्त्रम् इदमुक्तं मया नघा एतद्बुद्ध्वा बुद्धिमान् स्यात् कृतकृत्यश्च भारत.
In the concluding verse, Sri Krishna says, O Arjuna, this advice I just gave you is only for the deserving. Every liberation seeking mumukshu should know me as the all-pervading Supreme, and I am the root of this tree of life. When you know this, you will then certainly possess the Aparoksha Jnana and will be liberated.